Hello everyone and welcome to a quick guide for the Tazavesh Streets of Wonder dungeon in Season 3. Do subscribe to the channel for more game guides and the latest gaming content. I'll quickly show you the path I took for this guide as we dive in more. Watch out for Proxy Strike is a tank from the mobs in this dungeon. Radiant Pulse, an ability used by multiple mobs in this dungeon which is AoE damage and a dot that needs to be healed through. For the packs inside, interrupt Hyperlight bolts as much as you can. Avoid the rotating beam cast by the Overseer which gives a stacking dot. The Hard Light Bearer needs to be interrupted on priority as it gives a shield to a mob. The Glyph of Restraint is a dot cast by the Specialist and can be dispelled. Interrupt the Empowered Glyph of Restraint, avoid the Line Blast and heal through the Radiance Pulse AoE damage from the Portal Mancer. For the first boss, avoid the AoE circles on the ground from the boss's armed security cast. Move out of the charge/frontal. Observe the Paladin here. If you get pacified or silenced, pick up the weapon near you which is only visible to you. You also get a haste buff after the pickup. If targeted by interrogation, move far from the boss so that others can DPS down the cage. You can free yourself if you have stun breaks such as Human Ratio or Icebound Fortitude. After this boss, I prefer to take the paths to the right since it's more AoE oriented and in my opinion works out a little better. The Skulkers are invisible before you get into range. They cast Quick Blade on path as shown here. If caught, you suffer bleed damage and get a bleed dot. Avoid the AoE on the ground from the Wise Guy. Move away from others if you get the Hyperlight Bomb debuff. This can be dispelled. The Cartel Muscle hits the tank with a hard-hitting backhand which will also knock you back. Then you would proceed to the Bazaar area where RP will trigger. You can get the patrol and get him down while it happens. Fight near the entrance as I did while you wait for the RP.
Mises Oasis, the most intoxicating establishment in Tazavesh. Gaining the owner's
Spread out for the energized slam. Use defensives as a tank for peers for fort or high keys. Anyone can pick up the item in front of the stairs where we fought the Overseer and that would spawn some mobs. The same person then goes to the second vendor. It's also highlighted in the mini-map.
May I tempt you with my wares?
Anyone can then pick up the second item to spawn the second set and likewise the third set at the third vendor. The third vendor will then announce the password and you can go in.
Enjoy your stay.
Go in and pick up an instrument. If you play them, when the icon appears on the ground, you get buffs. On the ads, use defensive on the security slam. Interrupt menacing shout on priority. Avoid swirlies on the ground. The boss appears after 2 sets of ads. Use a defensive for security slam and interrupt the menacing shout. Avoid the green swirlies and spread out for suppression spark. Do not stand on each other. DPS the shield off during final warning. If you fail, the boss does big AoE damage. Move out of the crowd control frontal. Head to the Postmaster boss next. Your tank can pull everything in the room and LOS outside especially for smaller keys. Tank needs to be careful of the multiple letter opener debuffs. DPS, use a defensive in case multiple junk mail casts target you. Interrupt spam filter and AoE CC as much as possible. Get ready to soak 1 or 2 puddles when the boss casts hazardous liquids to prevent the area from getting covered with puddles. Healer needs to heal through the AoE damage for fan mail. Everyone should stack for money or debuff on random player. When the boss casts unstable goods, pick up the bombs in the area and throw it in active mail portal. Now you need to head to the other side of the area. I clear a couple of packs here and then the mini boss so that we can go to the last boss directly later on. CC the Peacekeeper to stop the cast Phalanx field. Interrupt Scintillate and Hyperlight Salvo from the Spark Caster as much as possible. You can dispel the debuff from the Scintillate as well. For the mini-boss so far, avoid any mines on the ground. Move away from each other if targeted by lethal force. As a tank, use defensives for the power kick, which also knocks you back. Moving across after the mini-boss, you will probably aggro 2 Peacekeepers, which I pulled into the boss. When the boss pulls you in, run away from the grip of Hunger AoE. For grand consumption, move to the empty space on the floor first and then to space where the first orb explodes. The Gluttony debuff will bounce from one player to the other the entire fight. This person needs to stay away from others and absorb orbs from the Acolyte boss when he joins the fight. Purification Protocol from the second boss will debuff 2 players. Healers should dispel 1 ASAP and top up the second person. Flagellation Protocol channel are hard hits on the tank. Use a defensive during this ability. During Venting Protocol, orbs will come out of the boss. The person with Gluttony should soak these as much as possible. Others will take damage from this. The third boss casts Chains of Damnation, which roots a player and causes damage over time. Moreover, this person can get hit by orbs, so needs to be taken out ASAP by the DPS. Use a speed boost to get out of her AoE during Whirling Annihilation. Head to the final boss by using this button. Use defensives and healing CDs for Phase Slash, which targets random players. The second main mechanic which happens through the fight is Shuri. You need to dodge the boundary of growing circles by using the way gates in the area. I will use the square and then the circle way gate here to get to safety. Last mechanic to talk about is Double Technique, where he will teleport to anywhere in the arena and needs to be interrupted twice. And that's it. Please subscribe to the channel for more game guides and the latest gaming content. Thanks for watching.